Hello and welcome to PCT 300 podcast. My name is Asake Flegisi, your host, and today we'll be joined by Likona Taisi and Kumanikala. We'll be diving into an exciting and important topic, the future of mobile learning in South Africa. We'll be touching on challenges and opportunities that mobile learning faces in the education context of South Africa. As we know, mobile devices have become a major part of our lives, whether for communication, entertainment, or work. But what about education? In today's episode, we'll explore how mobile learning is reshaping the education landscape in South Africa. We'll look at the current trends, the challenges that learners and educators are facing, and the opportunities we have to grow this powerful tool. We've got a great lineup today, whereby we'll be discussing major obstacles and mobile learning is facing, like accessibility and infrastructure issues. Then we'll explore potential solutions and ways to grow mobile learning in the future. Finally, we'll analyze some social media conversations about mobile learning to get a sense of what people are saying. So stick around as we unpack all these exciting insights. Let's jump right into it, Mr. Taisi, about the challenges that mobile learning is facing.
Thank you, Mr. Flegisi, and good evening to everyone. South Africa faces a lot of inequalities in its communities, where there are differences in social class or socioeconomic statuses of the citizens. Mobile learning in South Africa faces several challenges. Firstly, there's the issue of infrastructure, whereby there's lack of access to reliable internet and electricity in rural areas. There's also lack of resources. Not all students have devices such as smartphones or tablets, and that creates inequalities in learning opportunities. Also, have the issue of digital literacy, whereby there's a lack of skills from learners and teachers, and that can have an impact on the effectiveness of mobile learning. Also, have socioeconomic issues, as I mentioned above, that there are inequalities that exist in our communities. High cost of mobile data can be a barrier to learners who cannot afford it. And hence that can lead to them not being able to access mobile learning. And that was evident in the past few years where with COVID-19, that is. A lot of students couldn't afford data, and universities across South Africa had to provide data for its students. I'll be now handing over to Miss Carla.
Thank you, Mr. Tacey, and good evening, everyone. Just as Mr. Tacey has mentioned, the pandemic has somewhat introduced the majority of us to mobile learning, and we can somehow say that some of the challenges imposed are that mobile data related. So the future of learning is to implement ways to grow mobile learning that are less challenging and more inclusive of any socio-economic status. These may include the use of games apps, for example, word games, problem solving apps, and other applications to increase the engagement while ensuring that learners are interested in the study. Another way to grow mobile learning can be the use of applications that break down content into short modules that learners can complete in a few minutes. This helps both the learner and the teacher to interact with content inside and outside the classroom at any time. A great example of such an app is the Lib, because to be honest and to be frank, we can conclude that the education system will not be returning to its normal learning and teaching programs anytime soon. So these are the ways that we can maybe grow mobile learning and grow into interacting with it more. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Kala, about the discussion of ways in which we can grow mobile learning in South Africa. Mr. Taisi, just a quick one. Do you think social media can have an impact on mobile learning?
Yes, Mr. Flegis, social media has a big role in enhancing mobile learning in South Africa. For example, WhatsApp has been used for sharing information and communication. This can improve engagement between our learners and their respective teachers. Here are some of the few impacts of social media on education. It leads to enhanced communication and collaboration, as I've mentioned just now. So where there are social media groups where people can collaborate and discuss information, increased accessibility of information as well. There are also personalized learning experiences where students can take online quizzes and assessment and also live stream videos. Extended learning beyond the classroom, improved engagement through digital discussion forums. And here are some of the few social media platforms that have been used nowadays for mobile learning. We have Facebook, where there are groups and discussions and live streaming of videos. We have YouTube. It's such a powerful app that has been used for its educational videos by students in university and high school. We also have TikTok, where there are short videos with study tips which can help learners or students prepare for their exams. We also have Pinterest, whereby people share resources, video boards, and infographics. So yes, Mr. Flegis, social media is a big role in enhancing mobile learning in our country if used correctly. Thank you.
Yeah, I agree with you there that social media has such a big role to play. That brings us to the end of today's episode, where we have explored challenges, opportunities, ways in which we can grow mobile learning in South Africa. We just now touched on social media. Yes, everybody loves TikTok. Everybody has TikTok. Thanks for tuning in. Let's keep up the conversation going as we work towards making education more accessible for everyone. Thank you very much.
All right.